And at the beginning of every unit in this overview, there is going to be a link to a Google Doc that I've already set up for you with the number of assignments that are in this unit. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that Google Doc. That's going to open it for me. And then if I look at this Google Doc here, then it looks like it says there are 7 items here. So there's going to be 7 items to complete. Okay? So what I'm going to be doing is placing pictures or screenshots of all of the items as I complete them. So that's just kind of, I'm going to set that aside for right now. I'm going to go back here. This is my Unit 7, the very first page. It kind of talks about some of the specific things that we're going to learn about, and that's just kind of good to know. And of course, I'm going to navigate by going to the bottom right and pressing Next. And now that I'm done with the overview, here's our first content page of this unit. And each content page is split up into notes and lesson and then practice down below. A couple things here. Anything in blue is something to do. So that's just kind of a nice little rhyme to remind us that things in blue are links. So anything in blue is something to do. So anything in blue is going to be a link somewhere. So for this notes section right here, I'm going to want to make sure to click on those links, and then it's going to provide me with some really nice notes that I can check out. Okay, next is going to be the lesson section, and these are pretty much always going to be videos, sometimes done by me, sometimes done by other people, but there will be really nice videos there for your lesson, in addition to the live instruction. And then finally, well, there's more lesson. We'll scroll down. There was lots of good videos in this one. Okay, we'll scroll down until finally we see kind of part 3, which is our practice. Okay, and you'll notice that these practices are numbered. So this is practice 1 and practice 2, and we already saw in that Google Doc there were 7 practices already. And remember that anything in blue is something to do. So if I click on, once I've already watched the lessons and gone through the notes and I'm ready for the practice, I'm going to click on practice 1, and that's going to open it up. Sometimes it will be a worksheet, sometimes it will be an online assignment. This one is Khan Academy, and I already just went through it earlier just so that you guys wouldn't have to sit and watch me go through it all. So here is an example of how you would take a screenshot of an online assignment. Okay? So there are 3 things that are really important to include. You have to make sure that you are logged into Khan Academy and that your username is included in the screenshot. This tells me that you're the person that actually went through and did the work. Number 2 is I need the title of the lesson because I want to make sure that you're doing the correct lesson that you're supposed to. And then number 3, you want your score. Okay? So those are our 3 things that we want. We want our username, the title of the lesson, and your score. Okay. And I will actually give you full credit if you get 75% or better. Okay, so I give you a little bit of leeway, and you can also redo these as many times as you want. So if you do it the first time and you get a 50%, we'll close it out and open it up, and you can do it again and have another chance. Okay, so really, really great opportunities there. All right, so let's go ahead and take a screenshot of this. I'm just going to bump this guy out of the way. I'm going to bring up my snipping tool, but you guys can just do a clean screenshot if you wish. But in my screenshot, I may need to adjust my screen by scrolling up or scrolling down. But in my screenshot, I'm going to make sure that I get those 3 things. So do I have my username? Do I have the title of the lesson? And do I have my score? Okay. And once I have all of those things in my screenshot, I'm going to go over to that Google Doc. And here we go. Here's number 1. And I'm going to paste it. Control-V is a nice shortcut for pasting. Okay, and that's pretty much okay like that. You can make it maybe a little bit smaller, but that's not too bad right there. Okay, now let's go ahead and continue. And we'll move this out of the way again. All right, and so what we did is we completed practice 1. I completed the practice assignment in Khan Academy. I took my screenshot, included what I need to, and I put it in my Google Doc. Now I'm ready for number 2. Okay. Okay, now let's just pretend that when I clicked on this one, it opened up into a worksheet, and this is going to be handwritten work. Okay, so let's just pretend that I click on it, it opens up into a worksheet, it's going to be handwritten work. Okay, now the best way to deal with handwritten work is to, once you've completed it just on a regular old piece of paper, then what you can do is use your phone. You may already have the Google Docs app, but if you don't, I would recommend just get the Google Docs app, and I'm just going to open up the Google Docs app on my phone. I'll just show you guys right here. So I just opened up the Google Docs app, and it just has recently open items. And so I'm just going to open that Unit 7 practice assignments right there. Okay, and then from here, it's really nice and easy. I'm going to click the pencil to edit, and then the plus to add a picture. I'm just going to make sure I'm in the right spot here. Okay, and I'm going to click the plus and image. And once I do plus image from camera, I don't know if you guys can see it, but it will update on my Google Doc in just a moment. Okay, so I just updated it on my phone. I just did plus add image from camera, and now here it is automatically up here. Okay, I have my name on there, I have my handwritten work. So those are basically the two different ways that we will kind of keep track of our work. Either if it's handwritten, then I think the best way is to use your phone and the Google Doc app and just upload it right from there. If you're having trouble with that, you can also just like take a webcam picture and like hold up your work to the webcam like that or something like that. But it's typically a bit cleaner if you do it like this on your phone. And then the other way is going to be if you have an online assignment, then you can go ahead and do it that way.